All right, so I'm here to talk about my second trucking account at Ryder. Um, I'm trucking for Ryder, and within the system that I'm working at, we have accounts work at. So as far as a bid goes, I could bid on any of these as long as I have seniority. I'm thinking there's at least 12 different accounts. I'm thinking. I'm not exactly sure yet, but that I could bid on. And then if I'm an extra or a fill in, I can go fill in at any of these accounts for somebody who's off of work or sick. And that's just the general explanation of it. It's more detailed than that. But when I first came, I was training on something that's called frames because we're working in the car industry, delivering car parts so that cars can be built. So the first thing I learned about is frames, and I like that account. I got trained on that. Basically, all I did was get loaded at one factory with the frames, take those to the car, uh, take those to wherever they were building the car. I would drop the frames there. I would drop the frames there a drop and hook. So I'll drop that, pick up an empty, and come back. I wouldn't go on the dock or anything. So where I start out at, where they loaded me with the frames, I had to go on the dock. I'll leave the dock, go to where they were building the cars, um, drop the full trailer, pick up an empty trailer, and come back and do about 8 runs a night, 8 to 9 runs a night in a circle. And do less than 100 miles in the night. Very simple. I liked it. You get some downtime while you're getting loaded with the frames. You get downtime, about 20 minutes of downtime, 10 20 minutes, depends. And if there's and anybody who comes in the room who has a question, make sure you ask me a question, because I see somebody's in the room like this while you're here too, please. But I would where was I at? Yeah, I'd get downtime, about 10 to 20 minutes of downtime. And if something goes wrong, where the thank you very much, thank you. Um, with the machines, you'd get more downtime. And then when you take the trailer over to the plant where they're building the cars, there'll be lunch breaks and different things you'll get downtime on. So you'll get about 2 hours of downtime on that account. Okay. So that was the first account that I learned at RYDER. My second account, after driving for about 4 months of frames, I did tires. Now, I like that account because we only did 6 loops a night. So I would go where they load you with the tires, come all the way to the plant where they put the tires on the vehicle, and I would back into the dock. And after I back into the dock, I would sit there for about 40 minutes to an hour. After I'm empty, I would take that empty trailer all the way back to where they load the tires. I'll put that empty trailer in the dock, drop and hook to the full trailer, drive all the way back to the plant, drop that full one, hook up to the next full one, then put that in the dock and sit there for about another hour. Thank you for the likes. And if you have any questions, make sure you ask me about anything. CDL, trucking. Remember, I was a beer delivery driver, so if you have questions about the beer delivery, make sure you ask me about that. I'm just telling you about the accounts I'm learning now at my new job. So I really like that one because you had a lot of downtime. It's like you worked for 1 hour and you was on lunch for 1 hour, just waiting in the dock. But how many dropping hooks you got? So when I go to where they load me with the tires, that's one dropping hook. But once I come to the plant, where they where I have to put the tires in the door. I'd have to drop and hook, put the one in the door, drop that, and hook up to the next one. So that'd be 2 dropping hooks. So you have 3 dropping hooks total on that account, which it wasn't bad at all. I mean, tell you the truth, this is like the easiest trucking I've done, you know, comparative to the beer industry. Where is the RYDER account out of? Toledo, Ohio. The RYDER's account out of Toledo, Ohio. And what I'm strictly dealing with is building cars, building the Jeeps to be specific. And there's many different parts. I might be delivering doors, I might be delivering frames, I might be delivering tires or seats. But whatever account you're on, you're going to be on that account probably for the whole, or if you bid on that account, that'll be your account for the next 6 months or until the next bid comes. So, and it's local. You from point A to point B, you never drive in more than 20 minutes. The furthest account from point A to point B for me was about 20 minutes. And that's this account that I'm speaking of now, the tires. So I'll drive 20 minutes one way, drop and hook, pick up a full trailer, drive 20 minutes back, get in the dock, and sit for about 40 minutes to an hour. If you catch a lunch break, you be sitting hour and a half, 2 hours. And what I like about it is I live in Midwest. It snows outside. Weather is never an issue because I'm not driving far. And then if the truck break down, my company's right here. I don't have to wait. They're going to bring me a truck right away to get back in the plant, because you don't want to shut those plants down. You shut those plants down for 10 minutes, you probably costing them $100,000, which is crazy. How's the pay at RYDER? So I'm working 70 hours a week and grossing $1,600 a week. So you get paid different on different accounts. Let's say the base pay is like $20.35 an hour, $20.35 an hour, I believe it is. And then some accounts you may get $1 extra. I think it's 30 cents extra if you work night shift. Time and a half after 40 hours. And what else? Time and a half after 40 hours. So I work about 70 hours a week and take home, not take home, but gross $1,600. And I say gross because different people have different things taken out. So it's better to say gross than what's on the bottom line. So yeah, it's a lot of hours, but it's very easy. It's very easy. So comparative to the beer industry, beer delivering I used to work at. When I worked at the beer industry, I'd say I'd take home like $900 a week. $900 a week. Checks would be $2,000. $900 to $1,000 per week take home at the beer industry, and now I'm taking $1,600 home. Less hours at the beer industry, but more labor. And that's the main reason I got out of the beer industry, because I started to feel a toll. It started to take its toll on my body. I mean, I'm about to be 39 soon, and there's no way I should have been feeling that way. When I first started the beer industry, I got sore right away, and I was thinking, can can't wait till my body adjusts to this and get used to it, but it never happened. I was rolling out of the bed because, you know, you're grabbing and picking up things all day. I'll get out of the bed stiff, can't open my fingers. So yeah, I like RYDER. One thing about RYDER though, I've seen a lot of people come and go. I climbed the seniority list pretty quick. And I think people, they get tired of working the long hours, get tired of working 6 days. And so I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've been there not even 6 months, and I'm already like 15th from the bottom in seniority. People are still coming and going. I'm seeing new faces all the time. People calling off, people not showing up. I don't know about the drama. I don't know about the politics and all that, but some people say it's drama and unfair, but I stay away and stick to myself, and I don't get wrapped up in all the drama, which is drama at any job if you let it be. That's one thing I don't like about the food and beverage industry. They work you to death. Yeah, definitely. Especially if you're running up and down a ramp all day. People don't know. People don't know. They think you got a gravy job. They think it looks easy. I think the food industry is even tougher than the beer industry as far as labor. Holidays suck. See, I'm off. From starting last week, I'll be off like 10 days. I'll be off like 10 days. I worked. They only wanted us to come in. They only wanted us to come in and work on Monday, and now I'm off the rest of the week. Working in the food or beer industry, you're going to work up to the holiday, and if the holiday don't fall on the weekend, you'll be right back to work the next day. So I didn't enjoy a holiday for like 14 years, 13 years, and 7 months. So I'm enjoying myself now. The work's lightweight. I'd rather put in more hours and save my body, stack my money, make a plan, and get out of there. You know, that's the whole goal. Make as much money in a short time, do something smart and productive with it. And then when you want to exit, you have enough stability to do that. And that's my plan. Because, I mean, I honestly don't want to be working 6 days if I don't have to, 70 hours if I don't have to. But I enjoy working them now because I know I have a plan, you know, plain and simple. But yeah, anybody know about that food and beverage industry, man, you're going to be running, sweating, and bleeding. And I've seen many injuries in the beer industry. I've seen many injuries in the beer industry. Shoulders, hips, knees, and things like that. Lou Key, do you invest any of your money? Just the traditional 401k, that, and so right now I am paying full time for my wife's schooling, and she'll be done probably beginning of 2022 or the end of 2021. So I held back on doing too many investments or being too aggressive on anything because I'm paying cash for her college. But that's traditional 401k through the company. And if you know anything about investing, I'm still learning. I'm open to learning and having investing ideals. Oh, and I do like a $5 a month on Acorns. I was going to do my spare change on there too, but my bank, who I bank with through I bank with a Metro Federal Credit Union, and they won't allow Acorns to, you know, do the spare change thing automatically out of the bank account. So I just do a little $5 here and try to do a little something without doing too much right now. Thank you for the likes too. Thank you for the likes. So Lou, I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry if I butcher the name, but oh no, I don't. Nope, I don't have a degree. I just I got lucky enough to how I got my CDL was a friend I went to high school with. He his father was a bus driver for as long as I know, and I thought it was an interesting job. I'm like, that looks like a cool job, drive for a bus for the city. So then I filled out my application, um, did the training, got my CDL as soon as I turned 21. So that was about 17 years ago. Yeah, got my CDL as soon as I turned 21. I ended up going to a different company, working at an amusement park, driving a bus for the employees there, and worked there for about 3 seasons. Happened to be back in my hometown. Saw a friend of the family's, and he was working for the beer industry. This was 2006, right at the end of 2006. And he said, "You got a CDL?" I said, "Yes." And at that time, you only needed a Class B at that company. And so that's how I got in. And then that company 3 years later got bought out by another one, and they went to bigger trucks. So we all had to get our Class A CDLs, and which they paid for, and we had to train ourselves and learn on our own. And that's how I got my Class A CDL. So no, I don't have a degree, but I was lucky enough to get my CDL, and it worked out. I think it worked out for me. I tried to go back. Me and my wife tried to go back about 10 years ago to college at the same time, and it was pretty rough, pretty tough, especially once we had our kids. So we both took a break, and then she went back after our kids got a little older, and so she's finishing up what she's doing with her stuff. Terrence, I would only do food or beverage to start with 1 to 3 years at most, and find something where you don't have to work your body as hard if you want to stay local. Exactly. Exactly. And so if I would have knew better, I would have did that a long time ago. The exact plan he say, do food or beverage for 1 or 3 years, get your experience, and then start looking for something else. I stayed long because I really didn't know about any other place, and I guess I was comfortable. But then as I started looking, I found 100% no touch freight, local, and that's the way to go, in my eyes, in my opinion. How long you had your CDL, Terrence? So that makes 17 years, going on 18. Yeah, going on 18. I was about to say, as a matter of fact, probably 19 this month. Probably 19 this month. 17, 18 this month. 18 this month. Nice. Nice. So you already know the game. You starting early. That's perfect. So you about 23 years old. Man, that's perfect. That's perfect. You know the game. Um, And possibly you young enough to eventually start your own company. I don't know how difficult it is, but being that young and already knowing to be in the food industry for a short amount of time to switch up, that's perfect. Wow. Where I'm from, driver licenses are too expensive, so I never got mine. Wow, that's crazy. So they must not want people to drive. Where you from, if you don't mind me asking? They must not want people to drive there. Hey, if you got any questions, feel free. Finland. Wow. I wouldn't think of that in Finland. I wonder, do they have any training programs? But the CDL is expensive here. If we're talking about just CDLs, license is affordable. License is affordable, just a regular driver's license. But to get your CDL to drive semi trucks, I say it's going to cost you maybe $4,000, and that's not even guaranteed. You're going to pass the test. Nice, nice. See, Terrence, he went through a company sponsored school, didn't pay a penny, just signed a contract. And so, yeah, those are different ways that you could in the US you can get your CDL. I never paid for my CDL ever. As you heard, I I went to work at a for my local bus. They paid for my CDL. I went and worked for another company. They switched to bigger trucks. They paid for my CDL. So my path, I guess I was very lucky because I actually didn't even have to sign a contract. Nobody said wherever I got my CDLs, they didn't say you got to be here for a year. I didn't have to sign a contract. You have to be here for a year. I didn't have no dedicated time. I was contracted, no contracts at all. So it was very simple. And that's why I say I don't know how other beer company industries work, but if you can go and load beer trucks, many companies, from what I've heard of, pay for you to get your CDL. And a lot of people at my company, at my old beer company, they will come there, work as a loader, and get the CDL for free. You can get one in the Army here, I think. I didn't want to go to the Army because, yeah, yeah, it kind of messes with your studies if you go there. Yeah, it'd be too busy. But man, at least you're getting your education, and I hope you can, be able to do something with it. Because it seems like you got a future ahead of you. If not trucking, then you at least got your degree that you're going after. And you seem like you got your priorities in line. You don't want to be too busy. You want to focus. You laser focus. So, I mean, I think you're on the right path. So yeah, I think if you could find a rider in your city that strictly deals with automotive, I think it's a good account because from what I'm experiencing, it's very easy on the body. The hardest thing I do is I'll get out, drop the landing gear, unhook the lines, hook up to another truck. And that's the most work I'll do. Go sit back in the dock, wait for them to unload it, or drop my trailer. Or if I'm on an account with a lot of dropping hooks in one loop, that's hard, but not really. So if you can find a rider in your city that deals with automotive, that's a good account. It's local, pays good. You'll do a lot of hours, I'm sure, from my experience. But have an exit plan. Have a 5-year plan. stack, save, be prepared to invest. I mean, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm headed, especially now, 2020. This is about to be the greatest transfer of wealth. So I'm just being prepared for the bust, and so I can be on the wave of the boom. You know, guys. I'm gonna leave room for a few more questions. Then I'm gonna sign off here. I really appreciate all you guys. If you can like this, thumbs up if you haven't yet. I'm gonna come back and do another live tomorrow since I'm off from work. And I'm trying to do more lives more often where people can come ask questions. I'm on Instagram as well. And I like this live feed better than just recording video. I mean, I'll record videos when I get a chance to, but I like this live feed where I get to interact with you guys. I'm right here. All right, guys. Thanks for the questions. Hey, and if you feel you have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram or my email. I believe I have them down in the description box, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you need. Any trucking question. And if I can help you, I will. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day and Happy New Year if I don't get a chance to, holler at you before then.